Alex, why don't you share with the audience what you pulled off today?
I pulled off with about 50 other people. I think we put in maybe a full person month of effort today in about 4 or 5 hours. So thank you very much. Couldn't be more pleased to be back at TEDxColumbus. And let's see.
Right here.
Oh, there we are.
Look here. Remember, you look at this screen.
I look at that
not
screen.
That one, right?
Thank you.
Just teasing.
I've never done this before. So about 6 years ago, when I started the Columbus Idea Foundry, I still had a day job. It was a hobby. It was supposed to be fun. And consequently, I picked an artsy little logo, a fun little slogan, knowledge, talent, and mischief. And I thought that would be a fun recipe to make things and to have fun. Since then, as Ruth mentioned, we've grown considerably, having resonated with folks in tech and creative communities. We have a COO now, Casey McCarty. We have a shop manager, Mr. Matt Hatcher. Haven't found anything I can't throw at them that they can't do better than I, and with a smile. Hugely grateful. But we've all learned that as a full startup now, a better motto than knowledge, talent, and mischief is actually an unbroken vista of ceaseless toil. Throw a stick in any direction. If you're a startup, there's something to do, and you can't afford to not do it. So, and we're now part of Franklinton, and enormously glad to be.
So, can I interrupt for 1 second?
Sure.
I'm going to interrupt for 1 second and just say one of the reasons we invited Alex, this was like my money quote, right, was we wanted to talk about startups. And we thought Franklinton was a startup in and of itself, of sorts. You as a startup, but also highlighting what you did this morning.
Absolutely.
Maybe insert that.
Appreciate it, like the tag team. So Ruth, I think, made a bold choice by calling Franklinton a startup. It's fun to call a neighborhood a startup. Don't think it's inappropriate, because there are many exciting things going on. And we, in fact, did take 6 teams of people through the neighborhood to introduce them to different businesses that are either new or new to Franklinton. And Mr. Jim Sweeney is the director of the Franklinton Development Association. It's one of the places we went. And at each place, we did an entrepreneurship-like challenge. Chris Howell of Strongwater, that's the restaurant at 400. Adam Benner, his brewery, Land Grant, opened up 2 weeks ago. We also have Glass Axis is moving into the neighborhood. Rex Brown is bringing that on board. And then we have our team as well. And then we have some other remarkable people. The 6 pairs of folks who came out and participated this morning had no idea what they were getting involved in. And we'll click through these. They're smiling now because they don't know what's in store. And a few of them were still smiling at the end. But it was a hell of an opportunity, and we were grateful to do it. Let's get here. Now we have a few montages. All this video was made today, I'll point out too. Car to Go donated 6 cars for the morning, and COSI was good enough to let us meet at their lot. There was one team that forgot their PIN, so they might have gotten a little late start, but we won't hold it against them. Here's our new building in Franklinton. This is our neighbor, 400 West Rich, with Strongwater Food and Spirits right in the corner there. And we're all friends with these folks, and we know how hard it is to trade tips and tricks. Folks running into the Land Grant Brewing place right there. We wanted people to negotiate risk, and so we thought, what better way to learn to get around obstacles than to give them a robot and have them fly around the 2nd floor of our space and give them a tiny box to try to aim for. That is very hard, but in fact, we did get a few folks who really did it. Orange Barrel Media is also a new business in town, and they're a marketing firm.
New business in Franklinton.
In Franklinton, that's right. Literally, we're watching a neighborhood being developed. We sent people to 2 active construction sites today. I can't believe we got away with that. That was the neighborhood. Now we see some folks actually participating and getting in their cars, getting ready to fan out. Ruth said the inspiration should be Amazing Race. And then we also had marketing at Orange Barrel Media. People got a product, and they had to pick a logo, a slogan, and do a 10-second video pitch to push that. We'll show some of those in a bit. And then here, too, we have a couple folks around town still doing the same thing. I'm very impressed with some of the logos and slogans they came up with. And if you can't negotiate an obstacle, you will hit something. We also know what it's like to be part of the 24/7 exhaustive startup lifestyle culture. And so we thought one exercise would be eat when you can. So can you make and eat a peanut butter sandwich in 60 seconds, and then hop up on a table and catch 40 winks and take a selfie of yourself doing it? So we had half a dozen teams doing this. Some people better than others, maybe. And what better place to do this than in a brewery? That's not beer, but I tell you tonight we're gonna relax a bit. And now here, this is what I call one of the challenges I personally have had is, why don't you know what I'm thinking? I know Casey and Matt can attest to this. So we thought, let's have someone see a picture and then try to explain to someone else how to draw that. And here we have a little Lego guy on the left there. And actually, that's quite well done. The elephant throwing water, I thought, came out great. And I was very impressed with the rickshaw. And for no surprise, Drew Robinson drew that. He was the artist who did the poster for TEDxColumbus 2011.
Right.
So glad to have him back as well.
He's an illustrator. Come on, people. Like, of course he's gonna
you need talent to be an entrepreneur as well. So we thought, what better place than to go to Glass Axis and to learn how to make a glass bead. These folks did a much better job than I did. I broke mine, but I encourage everyone to go down there and try it out. We couldn't be happier that they're our neighbors. This was part of the marketing pitch. We gave them some ridiculous products, like a webcam-equipped crock pot, and said, okay, what's the logo? What's the slogan? And actually, our marketing guys were very impressed. This team came up with the Webby Crocker, which I think is a great name. And in fact, their slogan was, if you have OCD, this is the webcam slow cooker for you. So this might be the next startup in Franklinton. Then, of course, you've got to balance money. So we had a wheel of misfortune. People could earn pennies or nickels based on their luck. Almost everyone lost all their money. This team kept it. They were nice and conservative. This is a final slide to show a few people running through the space and having some fun. We have an aerial drone company that co-locates with us, Infinite Impact, and they took a lot of this aerial footage. And when you give people challenges, I'm always impressed to see how they rise to it. Those GoPros are mounted behind you in what's called a scorpion tail. I learned that today. Really, really fun. And yes, I did not know what I was getting involved in when Ruth asked me to do this.
No one never does.
And then lastly, I'd just like to thank everyone who was involved, especially all the participants, and Infinite Impact, the drone people, Content Vias, our marketing folks. I will say we have not actually tallied all of the scores of all of the
Okay, before you announce the winner, hold on. So I just want to make sure, because you went through it really fast, each activity mirrored an emotion of a startup. So financial, risk, marketing, right?
That's right.
And Alex came up with these ridiculous stunts that each of them had to do, each in 10 minutes, right?
Or less.
Or less. Right. So there was a judge and a jury at each place. So, but there is a winner, but you have other winners you haven't tallied yet, whatever that means. Like you worked all night long, but you couldn't figure out how to pick anyone but the winner, I guess.
Well, so we would love to promote the most persistent person, the person who changed our mind about how to do a task, and there were some people who did that. And then first person to complete the whole task, and get within 2 hours the emotional experience that we've been experiencing for years and years. So.
And so who is the winner?
So
this is the time. Let's give him a little.
That's right. And hopefully he and she are still here.
He has to be, because he's been here every year.
Yeah, the people who came in fastest and accomplished every task were Mike Brown and Casey Brown.
Way to go!
So. And if I may, I'd love to post some more of this video and the other award winners once we tally them on maybe TEDxColumbus.
So watch your social media for the other winners of the Down Ticket.
That's right.
Awards. So, and we're not quite even sure what you win yet, Mike, so thanks for participating.
I think Car2Go may give you a few minutes.
Car2Go will give you 100 free minutes. You and Casey can negotiate who gets what from those, right? And Alex has a few things at the Idea Foundry for you. So can I thank all 12 participants for going through this? I really appreciate it. Thank you, Alex.
Pleasure. Thanks.
Bless.